What's up, good people? How y'all doing, man? Just wanted to address a couple things. Just talk to y'all a little bit about something that's been sweeping the nation. Something that's been going on, and it's like really, it's going on under the noses of people because we ain't paying attention, man. And I just received this information from somebody I listen to. A lady named Chrisanne Hall. She's a constitutional lawyer. She's on radio. She's on podcast. She's on YouTube. Look her up. Liberty First. I get a lot of my information from her and her husband, J.C. Hall. That once again, that's chrisannhall.com. Yeah, I'm shouting her out. I'm supporting her, big pub and all that good stuff. But it's like I said to y'all the last video that I put out there a while ago, a couple weeks or something. It's like the people that we vote in the office are the people that make these decisions. And so, okay, we had the last election cycle. People was unhappy with some of the Republicans that was in office. So you swap out, put all these Democrats in office. Democrats take over the House, and now you got sweeping legislation across the nation for gun control. Now, no, I know y'all thought I was gonna start talking about abortion. That's another time in another place. But this one right here is about gun control. The things that they're putting in place is not gonna stop the violence from happening. Most of the times, it's the law-abiding citizens that you're restricting. Now, you go read the Second Amendment. I know a lot of times I'm a product of a public school education, and they didn't teach us the Constitution verbatim per se. You know what I mean? So a lot of people that I'm talking to, a lot of people that are watching this, y'all didn't get that education either. So look at the Constitution, man. Read the Constitution. Know what your rights are. Read the Bill of Rights, first, second, third, fourth right. You know what I mean? Read your rights. The second, your right, it's the Second Amendment. Your right to bear arms shall not be infringed upon. That means the government, statewide or federally wide, do not have the right to stop you from owning a firearm. Period. It does not say once you become a felon, then your right could be infringed upon. No, it don't say that. It does not say if we suspect that you have a violent nature, then we could take away your rights. No, it doesn't say that. It does not say if you get too old and incompetent, then we could take your rights away. It does not say if we feel like you're not old enough to be able to maintain and take care of yourself, then we could take your rights away. That's not what the Second Amendment says. It says your right to bear arms shall not be infringed upon. Period. That's it. Now you got Washington State, you got New Mexico, and a couple other states across the country that have passed sweeping legislation for basically gun confiscation. People that you suspect to have mental issues, people that you suspect that might be suicidal, people that you suspect might be incompetent or unable to handle a firearm, you have the right as a sheriff in that community, as a peace officer in that community, to confiscate their weapon. That's an infringement of a right. And I'm gonna keep it funky. I'm just gonna tell you straight up. I'm telling all people, half of the people that I know might watch this are legally eligible to own guns, and half of the people that might watch this aren't. I'm telling all y'all, strap up, because the thing that they did, the thing that Stalin did, the thing that Hitler did, the first thing he did before they became dictators was they took the people's guns. They took their guns. They took away their ability to defend themselves. And that's what it seems as though the American government is trying to do. It's not necessarily the American government. It's some people that are in office that have a globalist agenda. You know what I mean? America is like the last domino that needs to fall before globalism could be implemented. And so why has America stood strong for all these many years? Why has America resisted outside invasion? The only time that we ever got attacked on our own soil was Pearl Harbor and 9/11. And that wasn't even an invasion, it was just an attack. Why? It's because other countries know that every other citizen is strapped up. You're not running up in somebody's neighborhood without somebody in that neighborhood gonna come outside banging. Somebody is going to be the protector of their neighborhood prior to the police showing up to find out what's going on. That's why other nations have been kept from invading our country. But there's an agenda, man. Y'all gotta read, man. You gotta know your history. You gotta educate yourself. You gotta know who these people are that y'all putting in office and what they stand for. Like the governor from the attempted governor from Georgia. The black chick, the fat black chick that tried to become the governor of Georgia. You had these these so-called Black Panther dudes running around with assault rifles and shotguns and whatnot, and they supporting her. Little do they know, she want to take away their right to hold that. How you supporting somebody and you pressing the vote for somebody that want to snatch up your right to be able to do what you doing? Like, how much sense does that make? Find out who it is these people are that you voting for, man. Find out who it is these people are that's putting you in office. You know what I mean? That you're putting in office. Find out who the people are that you are putting in office. I know, like I said, I know most of us are product of public school education, and man, honestly, just keep it real, man. A lot of people too lazy to do the homework for themselves, but you got to do it. You got to read. You know what I mean? You gotta read. You gotta educate yourself. You gotta do research. You gotta learn your history, man. You gotta know. You gotta know why these documents was written and what the people that wrote them, what their intents were. I mean, it's something called original intent. A lot of times, these Supreme Court justices, a lot of time these courts, these judges, and these senators and whatnot, they making their own interpretation. You know what I mean? You can't make your own interpretation off a document that was written. That's like me writing a letter, and I send a letter to somebody, right? But I send a letter to my wife, and she has somebody read it for her. But they take that letter and they explain it to her how they think I mean in that letter, as opposed to just reading it verbatim word for word, and taking the meanings of the words as they've been put together and presented as such. That's the difference, man. That's what's going on. There's an interpretationalist mentality going on. And know the Constitution, man. Know the Bill of Rights, man. You know what I mean? It's coming time, man. And as I said, man, strap up. Strap up, because it's coming. It's coming. It's coming.